everybody. How is everyone doing? I know I'm like really late and I didn't really give people a heads up, but here I am. I'm live. um, Ziri, welcome in. How are you, Ziri? Ziri, how have you been? How has everything been going? With you and Christine? Did I get that correct? I don't know. So I kind of changed some settings. Oh shoot, I'm on the wrong screen. We're still doing Christmas. I'm alive and things are going great. It's Christian? So close. You're alive. Well, at least you're alive. Like, that's something. Chris. Chris. Kristen. Oh my goodness. I'm used to seeing Kristen not spelled like that at all. Like, usually it's like with a K. Siri, I bought some new games, by the way. I bought Disney Dreamlight because um I've been wanting it for a while. I played it like long time ago when it was like in early access or whatever. Um so I bought that, and then I bought oh, what is it called? Have you heard of Voyagers of Nira or something like that? I don't know if you heard of it. Okay, by the way, I changed my settings in OBS, so I hopefully hopefully it runs better. My wings are kind of like in the chat for some reason. um, so I changed the settings because um when I do the multi-streaming, like I don't know, I felt like my temperature of my computer was going up pretty, I mean, higher than I would like. Higher than I would like. But so I changed it because I didn't even know this was a thing. Did you know that in your settings you could change um what hardware it like OBS uses? So it was using my CPU, and I changed it where it uses my GPU. I didn't even know that was a thing. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I never mess with my OBS settings, like ever. I didn't even do it with the other one. So now I'm kind of wondering if I would have fixed the software like where it was being run, maybe my other PC would have done better. I don't know. I don't know now, but you never heard of it? It is I played like the early access before it came out or whatever, and I liked it. It's kind of like a survival game. Let me see if I can pull up. I'll pull up a video. Uh, can I pull up Steam on Ziri? I am no, I'm hardly working this week, Ziri. Like I only have like two jobs, maybe three. my wings are like really bothering me. But then that there we go. Ziri, were you here last time I streamed? I don't know if you were here because hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me know how the sound is.
We've been working on fixing bugs and
Oh wait. Well,
player requests, like cloud saves and offline mode. Here's some more of the stuff we've shipped. With the December update, we want to make the
there we
unique
go.
aspects of Voyagers even bigger parts of the game, starting with Spirit Companions. Picking a companion now unlocks different elemental paths. They level up as you adventure, and you can pick different traits to customize your playstyle, like setting enemies on fire or unlocking the protective power of the earth. Building on ships was one of your top requests, so we added it. You can now customize your boat from scratch and use new buildables like hull pieces, outriggers, and bows.
I've
Magical
already died
like this one
a few
that
times
summon
on this
spirits
game.
to carry your ship forward. And now there are cannons to help you fight back against the monsters at sea. And yes, you can climb into them too. Patch and our biggest sale ever go live on December 15th. Thank you for all your feedback and support.
So anyways, I played that in early like before it came out and stuff, and I really liked it, so I bought it now. So I was playing that a little bit. You were here for a minute. Did you get to see my jiggle physics? Ziri, you missed so much at the last stream. We were talking about my boobs basically the whole time. Just about the whole time we were talking about my boobs. So yeah. Uh Hey, Hobby, welcome in. How are you? How is your what is today? Tuesday. I almost said Friday cuz I always stream on Friday, but I decided to do an extra stream since I didn't get to stream last week cuz so I forgot that I was pet sitting, and so I didn't stream. I then Christmas and Christmas Eve kind of like got in the way of it and stuff. And then so then I was pet sitting over the weekend, and then I was supposed to start pet sitting. That's the other thing. I was supposed to start pet sitting today, and like it was a week-long pet sit, and I text her on like Monday, and she apparently canceled her trip without telling me. So I'm a little upset about that because I could have had another pet sitting booked. Because I had other people reach out to me, and I told them I couldn't do it because of her pet sit. So it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, you missed it all, Ziri. I'm going to see. I reached out to my artist, and I'm going to see if I can possibly get bigger boobs, and maybe you can see them more because I feel like they're not very noticeable. So you can see them in the ears though. I do like my ears. So we'll see. So anyways, I got those two games. I might get a couple more things. I don't know. Not games, but maybe a couple things for like my setup kind of deal. I got a monitor light, so I need another one for my other monitor though. Oh, are you still there? Or are you talking about last time? Goldfish, welcome in. How are you? How is your Tuesday, Goldfish? Oh, last time. Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of figured, you know. We haven't seen much of you lately, Siri. You've been really preoccupied. Oh, hey, I got my fairy loot book though. I haven't opened it yet. I was going to do a video of it, but hold on, let me. Oh, look how cute this pin is. Look, it's a little kitty. I am almost caught up on Stranger Things. Are you? I haven't watched the new season yet. I I have this thing. I have this thing of like around Christmas time. I don't really watch anything else but Christmas movies. So that's what I'm doing until until well for another couple days. So I'll watch some other stuff right now, but because Christmas movies is only like during this season, I try to watch. That's basically all I end up watching during this time. We are in, how many seasons are there? Hey Ziri, do you know how to clean PCs? Because I don't know how to clean them, and I feel like I should be cleaning mine, and I haven't. Oh Ziri, look at these. And goldfish, I guess. Look, I've been working on them slowly. I wasn't able to do them for craft night since they didn't come in on time, but this is coming along, which I was doing on craft night. It's going to be a it's going to be a cow here soon. Uh last time. And so you're giving your fair. I am. I'm going to see if I can cuz I think okay, so I think the reason why like my boobs hardly move is because they're not big. I ain't got no boobs. So I am definitely going to try to see if I can make them bigger. Siri, I showed the model that I first created. I'll show you since you didn't get to see it. Um, Let me pull it up here. Okay. Browse. Avatar. Oh wait, it's not on here. Was it models? That was weird. My I have an external hard drive that sits in, and I don't know, it got disconnected somehow. Where are you? What did I do with it? Okay, hold on. It's going to take me a minute. Maybe it's in my downloads. Because I did show it on last stream. I'm not seeing it. Oh my goodness. I hate that I can never find anything. Oh wait, I know where it is. Hold on, Ziri. Okay, hold on. It's in my Discord. That's how I showed it. Okay. Okay, I got this. Image. Because I forgot I sent this to somebody. Okay, hold on. That could go. Look at this, Ziri. Ziri, this is what my model. This was my first like model. It was like the very first one I tried to make. Um, so I was still trying to figure out things and yeah. Okay, so this is what it almost ended up being. So you can see like Siri, this is what I end up almost having. And then like they were so I made my boobs so big when I first made this model that it literally covered up some of the outfit cuz like if you the original outfit that I had, hold on. It, image. Browse. Okay, it's under legacy. Hold on, where is legacy? There we are. Avatar. So that's the outfit. It's the same outfit. It's the same outfit, but it's so big that it covers part of the outfit. Like you just watched giant boobs. I mean, why not? Why not have giant boobs? Everybody loves boobs, so. But yeah. So I went from like humongous boobs to no boobs. You aren't wrong there. Exactly. I know I'm not wrong. Oh, hold on. I missed some of your messages. Like physically, yes, yes. Like the actual like case and all of that. Hello, Nevermore. How are you? Welcome in. How is your Tuesday? How is everybody's Christmas? I guess that's kind of important. um, yeah. So I was wondering about like the case and all of that. It's good. Been a while. How have you been? I've been good. I know it's been a while. Okay, so I know I haven't been streaming like I probably should, but to be fair, there has been times that I haven't been home for like a month at a time because of like because of pet sitting and whatnot. This week I have all the time in the world because I only have like two jobs and they're only like 3 hours each. You could use some canned air for it. Can you? Like for the fans and everything? It's cool. Wait, what's cool? Oh, Nevermore. Look, I got jiggle physics. Okay, you can see them in my ears. Um, you can see a little bit of my boobs, but um, we're we were discussing about my boobs because they're kind of small, so they don't jiggle very well. Yeah, or you just get those handheld blowers and stuff. Wait, I don't know anything about the handheld blowers. I guess I'm not a VTuber critic. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, is I guess we didn't get Chicos for Christmas. No, no, I just reached out to my artist about making my boobs bigger. So I'm waiting for her to respond. Okay, is how have you been? Oh, okay, is I got my fairy loop book. Actually, hold on, I can actually show y'all. I haven't even opened it yet because I want to do like a whole like video, but I'll go ahead and my cow is coming along. Okay, hold on, I gotta get situated. It's been okay, but sickness is starting. It's second. Oh my goodness, so many people are so sick right now. Like, that's kind of part of why one of my people canceled because they got sick, and like they have been sick twice now. Journey, welcome in. How are you? How is your Tuesday? I'm not used to being here on a Tuesday. I keep on wanting to say Friday. I have the flu A, the super flu. What is the super flu? I've never even heard of that. What everybody's sick with. Oh, well, I had a client, she was sick twice now. Like just this month. So, I don't know what she has exactly. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people that are sick. It's crazy. That's why I don't that's kind of why I don't have like jobs this week. Send it to your the duster. Oh, the duster. Oh, yeah, I never seen this. Can you use this on keyboards too? It's also very cold. Oh my goodness. The weather here has been so weird. It's been like cold, but then it would be in the 50s, and like for the past couple days it's been snowing, and we had some major wind. And so like last night a lot of like one third of the people around here lost electricity. And then I think the day before I lost electricity, like the whole city did. Um, so it's been really weird here. Everyone in my house and neighbor house has had a different version of the illness. What do you mean, like different versions? Depending on where you live at the moment. Like if it's cold or not, you can use it. Okay, yeah, because I need to clean my keyboard too. I'm wanting to change my keys on my keyboard. I never had the flu before, so I'm freaking out. And I got it from family. Oh, is your family sick? Wait, you never had the flu once? Not even as a kid? It's also yes, that's how it was here. You guys build a fire. Wait, why are we building a fire? Did I miss something? Are you talking about because of the cold and with no electricity? I don't have a fireplace. Everyone's getting a different version of this super flu. Well, luckily, knock on wood, I don't get it. I do not normally get the flu. I also don't get the flu shot because I usually don't need it. So hopefully, mine was in my chest. My sister has sinus. My neighbor is straight up lungs. Oh my god. But he's dying. Don't worry. He's dying. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is so many. Wait, okay, I can't remember. Do you have kids? Are like if you have kids, are they sick too? Never got the flu nor okay, I got COVID twice. I got it when it first with like the first strand and then I got the second strand. So I had it twice. Wasn't fun either times, but I will say the first one, I think the first time I had it was the worst. Because I had like the whole like back pain and all of that. I couldn't sleep very well because of it. Never got I get the flu shot everywhere. Oh, do you wait, Nevermore, where do you work? No, thank God I have dogs. That's good. I don't either. But yeah, I know a lot of people though has been sick with it. So, I try like because I'm in people's homes all the time. I try to like if they're sick, I try not to work because of it cuz I much rather miss one day of work than like a whole week. Cuz I had that happen where I got sick from a client and I wasn't able to work for the whole week because nobody wants me in their house. So, I got sinus plus my throat. My mom got a cough. So, I got the flu. Oh, you got the flu vaccine and you still got it? See, that's why I don't ever get the flu vaccine because I feel like it doesn't always. Um, so each person is affected by it differently? I work in the hospital. Oh, do you really? Hold on, where was your Oh, okay, okay, I got it. So you get the um is it like required if you work in a hospital? I don't know how that works. I used to work at a nursing home, but I don't remember it being required. I got the flu shot when I was working. Oh, that makes sense because didn't you used to work in a hospital too? Yes, it's required. Really? Well, I mean, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense to me. I mean, you're going to end up getting the flu if you're around people with the flu, right? Okay, this is just a little note from Fairy Loot. Dagger and Dynasty. COVID. Okay, so the COVID vaccine, I know that like there was a lot of um controversy about that a while back. Thanks for the follow, Arena. Um, I know that there was a lot of like controversy with it, but I got the vaccine. Well, okay, let me change that. I think they said that it's required that you get like was it 3 of the COVID shots? I don't even remember. But I think I only got it like once. So I got it once and I didn't get it again. And really, to be honest, I only got it just because a lot of my older clients did not feel comfortable with me being in their house without it. So, I never worked for home care really. So when I say I worked in a nursing home, I was an aide, not, kinda, but not really. I was mostly there for activities, but I had to do some aid work. So I never done home care. And New Jersey COVID, I don't think it's required. I don't think it's required anymore. I don't know. I don't feel like they push it as much, but I know like once upon a time they did. I took every COVID vaccine I could get. I was going on a cruise and nothing was stopping me. That's fair. Are you like autoimmune immune okay? If you don't mind me asking. That might be something you don't want to put out. I don't know. Okay, so we got this. There's nothing in the box. I switched my fairy loot though. Um, so the subscription that I was on was like adult book, but I switched it because I got the invitation for the romancy one. So now I'm going to be getting romancy instead. Yeah, I have some. See, okay, so like in those situations, I understand. I have a few friends that are like that, so with that, I understand. Okay, let's open this, because I can always make a video later, or just clip this one. Whoops. So here's the book. Let me get a drink of water here. Thanks, Ziri, for being here. Ziri, we gotta like do something. Like me, you, Frog, Jay. Okay, so here's the book. I don't know, I feel like uh, I know, I know. I mean, I know that some of it's my fault, but I mean, I do have time now, so okay. So here's that. This is the back. I'm trying to make this where you, because the camera cannot get very tall. Maybe like that. I don't know. Now it's more if I will be home. That's fair. That's fair. Do you go over there like every day? Here's the inside cover. And then the inside. Roughly every other day or so. What about weekends? There's that pretty cover. Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking that too, okay? And then like a little slideshow. Um, there's like a little letter from the author for just for Fairy Loot, and it has like a signature. and a map. Hey, Okayus, maybe you would know. Do you know? Because I tried looking and I couldn't find nothing. But wasn't there supposed to be a book like by Sarah J. Moss or something that was being released in January? Because when I look, I can't find anything, and I promise you, I had pre-ordered it, but now I don't know. Now I think I'm just going a little crazy because when I tried to Google, Google basically told me that there was nothing. Okay, I don't think from Sarah. I thought, oh, from the Fourth Wing, or is it like a different book? Rebecca. Oh, okay. I didn't think so because I think she's taking a break. I don't think she said how long her break. Sorry. I don't think she said how long her break was. Hello, welcome in. Is it Asnik? Did I say that correctly? How are you? How is your Tuesday? Oh, you know what? While we're. Oh, did you not sleep well? Let's do some video shout outs for Ziri. Oh, did anybody redeem first?
We got one more big push. That building is gone.
Ah, you got it. Alright, let me give you your points.
Yes.
Usually Ziri, like, gets it, so.
Just bust through the wall. I don't care that I'm on fire. I'm just gonna start stealing it.
Here we go. Let's add. I think this is the last one for December until you can get, because it, points start over next, next month. And Ziri has the most. Ziri has the most. I forgot. Well, that's understandable, Ziri, because you've been kind of preoccupied, you know? Sleep, it's never enough. I. It depends on the day for me. Okay, so I struggle. I don't struggle going to sleep. I struggle with, like staying asleep because I have a tendency that I wake up for some reason at the 6 hour mark of my sleep, and it's not enough for me because I need like 8 hours. Staying asleep, yeah, yeah, I have trouble staying asleep too. So, like, I'm on melatonin, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help keep me asleep. It just helps me go to sleep, kind of deal, you know? 3 to 4 hours is required. Wait, Do you take a wait? Do you do you eat a snack in the middle of? I don't. I hate waking up in the middle of the night for anything because it just disrupts my sleep. I can sleep for any amount of time and still be tired. Well, not always, Erie. I think there was a couple times that you got a good amount of sleep and you weren't tired. Sometimes. I'm in my 40s, so I don't. Okay. Okay, that's a fair point. I forget that, okay? That's a fair point. Um, I mean, I'm not that far behind you. I'm in my 30s. But, okay, so I have trouble staying asleep. Like, there has been times that I kind of wonder if I have insomnia, because apparently, insomnia, like, it doesn't just have to affect going to sleep. It can affect, like, staying asleep and stuff. So I was talking to my counselor because I have like a counselor for my ADHD and stuff, and I was talking to her about it. So now I have to exercise before I go to bed. Like I already struggle with exercise. So I don't know how this is going to go. So I have to exercise before bed because she thinks that maybe I have too much energy when I go to bed. So I was talking about it. Yeah, I know that. She was saying that like maybe I have too much energy and then like it could be a cue for my brain to let me know that it's like bedtime kind of deal. So I was talking to Frog about it in my Discord and basically we came to the conclusion that I'm like a cat and a dog. Cause dogs, their anxiety and everything, um, like it greatly increases if they don't get exercise. So now I'm like a dog because if I don't get exercise, apparently, and then and then Frog pointed out that I'm like a cat too because cats get 3 a.m. zoomies, and so that's why I'm waking up in the middle of the night because I'm getting zoomies. Humans are complicated. I know. I totally agree. I totally and like I could kind of relate with that cuz like with the ADHD, like our ADHD shows up differently in females than it does males, and that's why for the longest time a lot of girls don't get diagnosed because of it. So, I totally get that. So yeah. So I'm a dog and um I'm a dog and I'm a cat. So Frog thinks it's because I hang out too much with them since I'm always pet sitting. So I have to figure that out to do exercises before bedtime. Like I already go to bed an hour, 30 minutes to an hour before actually going to sleep cuz I read in bed and stuff. So now I have to add that to it. Okay, I think we should switch over. Okay, did you see that it was the Kindle stuff your Kindle day the other day? Even so yoga is stretching. It doesn't have to be. That's fair. I already do some stretchings though because I have this weird thing like if I don't, I have to stretch before, I have to stretch my hips basically before bed for some reason because I will get woken up with my hips hurting. So I have to stretch them out. I'm sure with me cleaning during the day has something to do with it, but nothing I can really do about that. Uh, but okay, it was Stuff Your Kindle Day. I don't know if you've seen that. I forgot too, but somehow a lot of them were still was still free when I looked at them like on Sunday 2 days ago. So some of them may be still available. So it doesn't hurt to look just to see. Because I forgot to. I have KU and usually have tons of books to read. That's that's fair. So I don't have KU, and the reason why is because I was getting like a lot of free books or authors sending me books um so much that I didn't see the purpose, like I didn't use KU. So I don't have it or anything, and even for like my indie author book club, like I, when I first started that, everybody wanted to use KU um because that was something that they were already like purchasing for. I didn't get it. I just pay for the books, the ebooks, cuz a lot of times they're only like a couple dollars. So, um so yeah, so even with my like all of all of the indie books have to be on KU to participate in the indie book club because of the other people, but for me, I don't use it. I just purchase them. I just purchase. Oh, I forgot to say. I forgot to make this announcement and I need to. But I am looking for suggestions, by the way, for the Discord. I reached out to a few people on the indie book club to see what I can do to like for suggestions on that, but if there's anything in the Discord, I would like to hear suggestions for that. Anime night is still coming because I know that was a suggestion. I haven't done it yet because we had all these other event stuff, like the Christmas stuff and Thanksgiving. Well, I don't think we did not Thanksgiving, but Halloween. Pretty much had Kobu Plus or KU for the pet. Wow, it would be weird to not have one of them. I never use Kbu. I don't or Kobu. I don't have the e-reader for that. I just have my Kindle. So anyways, looking for suggestions on the Discord, but also we have two book clubs coming up. We have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which is meeting January 17th, but I do post a weekly question for that. And then I changed I changed the names for our indie group and our book club. Okay, so I changed the names of the book clubs. Um, so the indie book club is now called the Indie Readers Guild because I thought it was sound cool. And then the other book club is now called the Court of Readers. So for the Court of Readers, we're reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and then for our indie guild, the Indie Reader Guild, we're reading Legacy of Loneliness. Um, I know a lot of people wasn't in the Discord at the time last year, but we read the first book of Legacy of Loneliness. It's not very long. I think both of them was like less than I think it was less than 200 pages. I can't remember exactly, but in Canada, Kindle cannot connect to. Wait, no, how? Wait, that can't be. Bohemian lives in Canada, and she uses my library stuff, so I assume she's using it in the Kindle. Maybe not. I don't know. Where? I wish she was here. I could ask her. But that's weird. Why can't you connect your Kindle to the library? So, anyways, the indie reader guild is meeting on. What did I just say? Hold on. Is meeting on January 31st at 3 p.m. Both of them as is at 3 p.m. If those times don't work or those days, please let me know. I did a poll a while back for the book clubs, and that was everybody voted for Saturday and Sunday. So, but if that doesn't work anymore, I'm willing to change that. Um, so for the Readers Guild, though, I reached out to a few people because like I'm trying to get suggestions on that, and um, I know a lot of people seem like they like the idea of me posting a question a week for that. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. So that's gonna be happening. So yeah, and they're all on Kindle. Okay, I think we could start reading. I should be I should be okay on reading, but we'll see. Um, I took my medicine kind of late, so my focus should be there. Red, and I'm going to listen while I go. Yes, yes, thank you, I appreciate. Are you? Wait, that says read. Okay, I would like to get through 2 chapters, but I don't know about that. We'll see how I feel after chapter 9 because chapter 10 is kind of long. So, and I don't want to I don't want to do like I did last time where I pushed through and suffered with my voice and everything. Okay, chapter 9. Let's see. Thanks for the follow, Moina? I don't know if I said that correctly. How are you? How's your Tuesday? Oh, let me just type one thing. There we go. Okay. Chapter 9. Ow. Oh. Last time we read, um, there was like a big like rebellion, like war kind of deal, and um the leaders of one of the cities, like Athena or something, the leader had disappeared and nobody knew where he was. Come to find out, he was leading the war with the rebels. So now everybody's like kind of like in court. It's like all the council leaders, they're all together trying to discuss what to do with um what's his name? I can't remember his name. I just keep on thinking of his Gavin, of Gavin. So everybody's like getting together to discuss about it. And then like Morari is kind of drug into this because she thinks she could talk to him. So that's kind of where we left. It's just them like discuss the council members kind of discussing. So chapter 9. Hours have passed, and now only a dozen or so leaders were left in their room. The others had been dispatched to lead rescue teams to counter the growing riots across Athia. Fang Bang could tell that Morari was ready to take an afternoon nap. He watched as her mind drifted, thinking of all the possible things she would say to Gavin once she met him. She wanted to tell him about her clients and Solarin and how much better she was at holding a sword. Should she go for a handshake or a hug? How would uh, how would she go about telling him about Salato's disappearance or her new name? Then she melted into a sulk, thinking of what Salato would say about her dangerous endeavor in the last moment he was with her. She vowed to find Salato, but right now Gavin needed her help. A single tear escaped her eye before anyone else could notice. have uh have we figured out why the violent tiger is acting this way? I don't even know how to say that name. Aphenagenia asks. This isn't like him at all. Everyone's attention was now drawn to a petite lady with a brownish bob sitting next to Fangbei, as stiff and composed as a doll. The dragon crest of Althea mane over her dark tunic made her roll clear. This is his second in command, Lady Errol. Fangbang introduced her to the fighters left at the table. She kept her head low, then took a breath, executing command as she relayed her story. An assassin infiltrated our inner walls a few days ago, she said, directing her attention to the fighters. He had a strange power, one that could numb your body, send your mind into a hallucination, and put malice voices in your head. He attacked both his honor and me. I recovered, but ever since his honor woke up, he hasn't acted the same. So what? We're going to blame it on insanity? Mind control? Alden taunted. It's not a myth, Kieran spoke up. You may have not you may not have heard of such experiences, but it would not be in this the first time we've come across something capable of polluting one's mind. There are many toxins in this world we have yet to study. You are missing the point, Alden shouted. I, for one, don't give a bucket of Nanakin fish guts. Why Gavin turned into a mad dog. All that matters is that he bring this mongrel to he. That we bring this mongrel to he. A Celtic on Alden's side of the table, elegantly clad with at least a dozen necklaces and pendants hanging from her neck, each bearing an icon of Oris, spoke up. She had stayed out of the bait this entire time, but something had captured her interest. She stood up, brushed her big pigtailed braids behind her back, and curtsied. Sorry. Commander Ridge of Evelyn, Lady Errol, she said, barely able to keep her head up. If I may, can you describe more of this man's power? Earl nodded. As far as I could tell, it wasn't a spell or core for that matter. Whatever it came from, he was able to conjure a dark mist from his hands. And did it give you an out of body experience? Errol blinked a few times. Yes, yes, it did. Ah, Ridge looked like she was ready to confirm her diagnosis but held back. Well, Kieran prodded, out with it. In plethorous mythology, such symptoms were known to be caused by dark aurora. Hearing this, the room fell silent. Most were confused, but a few had gone pale. The fact that Ridge had acknowledged a religion outside her own was a sin. It may be the work of sorry. Don't say it. Kieran held up his hands. You know better. Ridge nodded and sat back down with her head lower. But not everyone knew what they were speaking of. What are you so shy about, lizard face? Commander Reese said. Is it the work of another one of your poisonous witches? That Aster spellcaster? I told you she was still alive. Kieran's face began to redden, his eyes scolding at the enemy of his clan. Don't pin everything on that poor woman. Aphingania interrupted. The Witch of Aten doesn't tinker with psychosis. She's an alchemist. You already know this, Reese. Besides, your people sent assassins after her into our territory, did you not? Another word of this, and I will press charges. Commander Reese was silent, but a man like him wasn't going to give up. His gaze drifted to the ladies next to Aphingania. What about the little runt? What does she contribute? Hey! Errol hissed, standing up and pulling a dagger from her belt. She twirled the weapon, daring him to insult her again. Not you. I'm talking about that peasant in front of you. Everyone at the table looked at Morari. She sat frozen like a deer. I I can fight, Morari said, but it wasn't the brightest thing to say in a room full of the best. There was a snicker from at least one person in the tent. She's with me, Fangbane said, diverting the attention in the room back to him. She helped me come up with our current strategy. I did? She hadn't said a word about her plan. And she'll be helping me execute it henceforth. I'll. What? This sent whispers around the table. Morari, would you like to explain your plan now? Me? She hissed. I haven't even told you. No, go on. I trust you. Morari slowly rose from her seat and walked to the front of the map. Now would not be the time to trip or stutter. Her hands trembled as she took a deep breath and said, We need to know the Violent Tiger's next location. Thanks for pointing that out, a voice shouted from the back. He was hushed by the person next to him. Iphigenia whispered, Introduction first, darling. She froze as if someone had pierced an arrow through her neck. Morari cleared her throat and started again, now speaking a little louder. My name's Morari Zanetta of Avon, and I have an idea of where the Violent Tiger may be. But Fangbang knew she didn't have a plan, and she had a series of hypotheses. Which would be the right one? Which one would be the right one? He wanted her to stimulate his brain. Morari scanned the Terran on the map, using the little of what she knew from reading books on Athean war history. She pointed to the center of the map. We are here in Naid. This encampment protects everything in the west, and with the army of Ophelion protecting the borders, Gavin's forces wouldn't be going towards Mineta. He was last seen in the villages around Ray, so he would be heading north to Aveline or south to Exlair. Definitely Exilier, one fighter called out. Thanks for the follow, Diderol. Welcome in. How are you? Oh, wait. I totally forgot to do the other shoutouts. Hold on. Let me do that. Okay, hold on. I did Ziri. Goldfish, let me do yours. I started them, and then I totally, like, I don't know. I got distracted.
I totally just whacked the fuck out of you on the case, bitch! As an apology. Are you chasing me? Yeah, as an apology, I'll rub the cakes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Who doesn't like cake a good rubbies? Cake rubs? Cakes. Get oh my cake. God, dude.
That Fortnite
Oh
looks like
God.
Fortnite.
Okay, my wife is so angry. You need to.
Okay. That one's not showing up. Journey. I gotta do Journey. Oh no. It won't let me do it now. I think I missed my chance to do. Dang it. I think I missed everybody. I'm so sorry, everybody. I totally forgot. Well, I got Ziri and Goldfish, so. Whoops. Here we go. Thanks for still being here, Goldfish. Okay, let's continue. I get distracted. Ouch. Okay. Shut it, Larson. Aden snapped. It's clearly Eveline. Mirari's attention was on the hills on the other side of the Yontella River. Anyone would be daft to march towards the ocean, but they couldn't ignore the land across the Gulf of Oris. Fang Bang watched Mirari measure the distance of the gulf with her finger to confirm her theory. Her eyes widened. He's going to Nanika, Mirari said. When she uttered those words out loud, she realized Soren was right. Entering Valinia through the Gulf of Oars, Bang Bang nodded, impressed. If he knows our forces are stationed along the border of Olfalian, he can either move inland to the Valian border or north to out the hills. But the further north he moves, the more he'll run out of land, and trying to cross the worded Athean Valian border wall will be suicide. Nanaka makes sense. That would be laughable, Kieran said, flicking his hand in the air, as if the tribe of Keltas would let that happen. With all due respect, Sir Kieran, in the face of mana neutralizers, your tribe will be able to do little. What was that? Mana neutralizers? As if some peasant rebel would have weapons like that. But, Mari pondered, what if he picked up some along the way? Bang Bang rubbed his chin, realizing the area surrounding the Gulf was full of imports. He said, they'll stop by an armory first. Weapons were Gavin's favorite thing. If anyone understood the value of good armor and a sharp blade, it was him. There was no way the rebels could stand up to any regional army unless they had the real armaments. But equipment with thousands of the best swords, shields, arrows, and armor, it was anyone's game. I don't follow, Kieran said. Your Graces, Bang Bang turned to Counselor Susan and Adder. Are there any armories in the area between Rai and the Gulf of Oars? In Allure? Adder pondered, turning his gaze to Susan. No, too small, Susan said. There's not enough special weaponry there to be useful to any army as large as Gavin's forces. He wouldn't waste his time going for something so insignificant. Wasn't a shipment of hostile weaponry being set up at Genmali? Auden leaned back to the bulky spellcaster behind him and whispered in his ear. Someone handed Auden several papers, which he scanned quickly until he found something that interested him. 5 dozen crates of armor, swords, and arrows left our ports this morning, he said, including mana neutralizer. That means they'll be at the Genmali Armory by tomorrow morning. I call dibs on the tiger's head, a paragon shouted from the back. Another voice rang out. Clearly, the better fighter deserves to claim the kill, and that would be me. Wait, we can't kill him, Morai said, but her soft voice drowned in the tent of battle-hard fighters. The hot-headed shouter soldier stood up. If anyone's doing the killing, it'll be me, and you know it. You all owe Mineta this much. But more opposition drowned the room. Few respecting Sheba. You feather pits and swine, stay out of this, Auden yelled. Have you forgotten you are on Othian land? This is our battle. We will be the one to take him down. No one will be doing any killing, Bang Bang yelled. What do you mean, Tin Can? Auden said. He's leading a bloody rebellion. You may not be familiar with this, but in Othia, we don't give exceptions to those who betray the system, not even region leaders. He doesn't know what he's doing, Errol said in almost a hiss. Give us a chance to talk to him and sort things out. But there was another prize to be won. Errol wasn't a region leader, hence she had little power in the room. But if the violent tiger was slain in battle, then she would assume his role, and she looked like an easy kill for the throne. The time for chit-chat ended when he betrayed his duty. Slay the tiger! Athea knows no mercy. Silence! Susan's cane whipped the table, whose wooden surface began to crack. He shall be taken in alive. No exceptions. Are you going to play favoritism here, Susan? Auden said. It's not favoritism, brother, Aden said. Upon hearing Miss Ridge's statement, we've decided to have the man put to trial. He is to be brought in alive. What? Are you seriously believing the mind control bullcrap? A valiant brawler shouted. If you disagree, I'm more than happy to relay your thoughts to Counselor Julie. The brawler shuddered. Fang Bang patted Morai on the back and gestured to her to step aside. She was more than willing to. If the violent tiger knew the shipment schedule, then that means he's already on his way. Rally your teams, Fang Bang said as he grabbed his coat. I'll explain the rest on the way. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't very long. Doo-doo-doo. Anybody I could do shoutouts for? It doesn't look like it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's just check these real quick. Okay. Chapter 10. Chapter 10. Welcome in, Sauce. How are you doing? Bang Bang. Oh, wait, I can't see. Oh, wait, no, this is right. Okay. Bang Bang decided to gamble. Not on his own hunch, but on military reality. He believed Morari's theory and was certain a clever opponent like Gavin would surely see the Ganmali armory as the solution to his lack of weapons. A company of 5,000 men and their commanders followed Fang Bang's orders and broke camp. Moving east at a forced march, they had to reach Ganmali before the rebels in order to ambush them before they got their hands on the massive cache of weapons that would turn the tide in their favor. But to move 5,000 heavily equipped men was no easy campaign, especially compared to Gavin's rebels, who only carried chainmail and a pitchfork at most. Okay, I might be able to get through that. I might be able to. Just checking. Just checking. Okay. We won't move fast enough, Susan said as she brought her horse next to Fang Bang. They took the lead while others stayed with their commanding groups. Good night, Siri. I know I got on really late. I apologize. Thanks for being here, though. To his side, Starlight was conversing with Ridge, Kieran, and other medics designated for the campaign. He left that division in her lead. Yeah, I appreciate it. I am though. I will say I am planning on streaming again on Friday. So I'm doing two this week because I missed last week. And I have the time too, since I'm barely working. um, Not fast enough under these current circumstances, Fang Bang said, which is why we must change the circumstances. No, Neil would do. Wait, right here. And how do you propose to do that? Grow wings? The Light Brigade, Fang Bang said. And what inferno is that? Fang Bang smiled. Taking a fraction of their army, Fang Bang would send swift, small groups to harass and stall Gavin's forces. We stir up just enough chaos and confusion to slow them down, he said. Hit them hard, then pull out. And and all the while you're buying time for us to maneuver the main force to Gamali? Susan said. You're as clever as they say, Bang Bang. Or should I just call you Commander Fang? Whatever you like, Your Grace, he chuckled, but I'm no commander. I just see possibilities others may deem impossible. Morari had more she wanted to say to Fang Bang, but he was busy with the counselors. She was a little ways behind on her mount, alongside Iphigenia and Trojim, waiting for an opportunity. Morari turned to Iphigenia, only to realize she too was gone, trailing a few paces behind with a dark-skinned giant. Iphigenia gestured over to Morari, and now he was looking at her too. This was the first time she saw him by his distinguishable features, and the fact that he stood next to his partner at all times ended exactly who he was: the Silver Fist, second in command and partner of the Shadow Soldier. He was fit and muscular, as they said, twice the size of Sheba's skinny frame. His dark skin complemented his white hair, and the broad smile he flashed at Morari was enough to convince her that he was a friendly person. I have art. Hold on. Give me 1 second, because I had. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me. The author had sent me. Here we go. She sent me this a while back. God, it's probably been a year or two that she sent me these. Because I usually well arc read for her. I think there's like maybe one book that recently she came out that I didn't. Okay, where is my Mickey? Thanks for the hydrate. How are you? It's been a minute. Okay. So like this is one thing she sent me. It's just like a little bookmark to track. Um I don't know. This is just like different places basically in the book. Okay. Here's the map. I I could probably display this. I'm alive. I feel that. I feel that. Are you sick too? Cuz everybody's like sick right now. Okay. So, let's get close to the map. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but right here is basically where Althea is. So Gavin, that's where Gavin is. So they're saying that he's either traveling here, which is the Axelier or whatever, or Aveline. And I think they decided Aveline. Well, here's Nana Nanica. So that's where they I think are traveling now. So they so I think they started here and they're traveling there. So there, yeah, there's the map. Just been busy working and raising my little Pookie. How is that? She turned 1. Oh my goodness! Happy birthday to her. When is her birthday? But I wanted to pop in. Yes, yes. Thank you for coming in. I'm healthy, but the kid has been sick. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Everybody's been sick. I think there's a few people in here that said that they had the super flu. Is that what they're sick with? I love me a book with maps. Perfect. I'm glad I remembered that I had these. Actually, I could post this if you like on the next stream because I'm actually doing 2 streams. On the next stream, I could probably put up the map while I'm reading, and then y'all can see it. Bo, how are you? Welcome in. How was your Tuesday, Bo? Okeus was in here, and she lives in Canada. Do you have trouble connecting your Kindle to your library? Okay, so the reason why I brought this out because these are stickers. Okay, y'all see that? Um, spent the day cleaning, no issues with Kindle and library. She said that like the Kindle can't connect to the library up there in Canada. Didn't you have issues? I thought you did have issues with like trying to get books from the library onto your Kindle. I cleaned too. I cleaned my kitchen. Bo, I hardly have any work. I only have like two, possibly three jobs this week. Oof, I hope it's not a super flu. I think it's just a cold. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I haven't been sick or anything, but a lot of my clients have been sick. And like I have one client, she literally has been sick twice just in the month of December. So so it's definitely spreading. Okay, so this is Mirari. If this gives you an idea. I had other art somewhere, but I don't. It's probably packed up already, but here's Mirari from our book. Okay, back. I was in ads. Oh, ad. Okay, okay, I got you. Um, I was saying that Okayas lives in Canada, and she said there's um up in up in Canada, like the Kindle and the library, they don't connect or whatever, so she can't get books from her library onto her Kindle. And I remember, I think you were having issues with that too, or am I misremembering? Okay, so here's Mirari. This is Gavin. He's the one that's leading the rebellion. Um, shoot, Fang Bang is not in there. Let me see if she sent me Fang Bang. Bang Bang. Oh, what was the issue then? Let's see here. Let me see if I can. Oh, she has character pronunciations. I should pull this up. Artwork. No, none of those are what I'm looking for. How is she not going to have art for? Oh, here we go. Here's also okay, hold on. Okay, window capture. So this is Mirari. Another picture. I had to log into Amazon to connect the Kindle. Oh, I wonder. I wonder if that's the issue for Okayus then, because she said like the Kobo works, but not Kindle. So that's Mirari. Just another picture of her. I know I used to have art for. There's Gavin. This is just to help y'all get an idea of what the characters. Um, there's the map, which I have. Let me see if she has any on her website. Oh, she does have another book. Let's see. Well, no, that's not what I want. The characters. Oh, wait. Do, 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 do. I don't remember how to log in. Well, I guess I can't show y'all Fang Bang this time. Okay, so the one that we just read. Do, 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 do. This is Sheba. So Sheba, I hope y'all can see that. Oh, Bo, I showed my fairy loot book. Um, so Sheba is the one that we read. He's the shadow soldier. Um, I think this is his partner, if I remember correctly. So these are all the ones from um that's in the Knights of Alliance. So Mari, we've talked about Gavin, we've read Sheba, and now Neo. So Neo's the Silver Fist. Um yeah, I gotta see. She has pictures, but I can't remember what they are. Like I can't remember my access code to get in there, basically. So I mean I'll show y'all. Uh, I'll show y'all the knights. Here we go. So this is the knights. Uh the girl right up here with the purple hair, that's Mirari. And then Bang Bang, I believe he's the mask guy that's towards the back on the left. That's Fang Bang. Um, this is Neo. This is Sheba's partner. And then this might be Sheba right here. right next to him. Yeah, I think this is Shiba, Neo, Mirari, Bang Bang. Wait, what are we OEAing about? Bo, how have you been, anyways? Whoops. Bo, I have jiggle physics now. You missed the whole stream of me going on about me needing bigger boobs so you could see them more. Um, but you can see them in my ears. Yoshi, welcome in. How are you? How is your Tuesday? I forget that it's Tuesday. I keep on trying to like cuz I'm used to streaming on Friday. So, yeah, of course. I'll do like some video shout outs when between reading. So, make sure I didn't miss anybody. We'll just pretend it's Friday, right? Like, it's so weird to be streaming on a Tuesday, but I am streaming on Friday still. Oh, Bo, question. I have reached out to a few people to ask them for the indie book club, do you have any suggestions or anything? A lot of people said that like they like the idea of doing a question a day. So, not a question a day, a question a week for the indie book club. So, I'll probably start doing that. But I'm looking for suggestions for it if, you know, if you have any. It feels like Friday. It does. But it for me it feels like Friday cuz I didn't work today. I haven't worked. Okay, so I didn't work Christmas Eve or Christmas. I worked Friday. And then I felt and then I was off Saturday and Sunday, Monday, today. I'm only working 3 hours tomorrow, working 3 hours on Thursday. So, Bo was fall. I know I got on late. That was my bad. I didn't get on till like 9. My plan was 8, but I was fixing some stuff. So, no suggestions? Okay. That works. Like I said, I was just trying to get some for the, whatever, you know. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. Uh, let's continue reading. I'm just doing this chapter and then I'm gonna be done with it. Because I've already read one chapter, so yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait, do y'all want me to leave this map up? Can y'all see the map? You know what? Hold on. There's a better map. There's a better map on here. Map. Can y'all still see that? Okay. There you go. Oh, wait. Hold on. There you go. And then. Okay. There's the map. Yeah, I could do weekly questions. All I have to do is like ask the authors for the questions ahead of time. So, okay. Uh, where was I? I can't remember. Oh, here I was. As for that miserable sourpuss, you could just call him Sheba. You have my permission. You do not, Sheba mumbled. She noticed he was nipping at a silver flask of brandy. I've never heard of a Morari in our army. Are you sure you're from Avon? Or are you just lying? Avon is up here. Sheba, his partner warned, then turned back to the lay. Morari is kind of a mouthful. Mind if I just call you M? If you like. Thanks, M. Then he addressed Sheba. She might be here for other reasons. No rule says that this fight is only for region leaders and their commanders. Morari was immediately fond of the playful giant, but she could see the disdain in his partner's eyes. As if we weren't being embarrassed enough, Sheba said, he brings her along. We don't know what she has to offer yet, Neo said. Morari wished she had an answer to that herself. Sheba said, if you're not a fighter, then why are you here? You can't lie in a room full of elites. Morari's heart skipped a beat, wondering if he had figured out that she was a Hale. But instead of her face, he pointed to the back sword strapped around her waist. A good sword doesn't make up for lack of skill. Your Aurora, it's weak. I bet you've never even seen blood. No one's going to hold your hair back when you puke on the battlefield. Just stick to the whorehouse. I. Morari stopped herself from lashing out because he was her region leader. I know how to use it. I'll duel you to prove it. The corner of his lip perked up, almost as if he was waiting for her to say it. The thrill of a duel aroused him. She instantly regretted it. His crimson eyes reminded her he was a shadowmancer, a man with a deadly skill that would make her the target of two opponents. She had no experience with that, and if she lost, would he send her home? Kill her on the spot? She couldn't risk it. But before Sheba could answer, his giant bellowed a loud chuckle that would have been enough to wake the whole forest for miles. Okay, Sheba, that's enough brandy for today. He gently nudged the grumbling leader forward. Neo gave a friendly goodbye wave to Morari as they trotted ahead. Don't mind Sheba, Iphigenia said once they were out of sight. He's always a grump. Morari didn't think so. She only ever heard good things about him and the rest of the Zaboto family that had ruled Avon for centuries. very few peasants made complaints against the army. She knew most of the people in Solarin had no problem with the shadow soldier. What changed him? Marari asked. Ifini's cheery tone was gone, replaced with pity. He lost more than he can handle. Please forgive him. He's still a good person. He just hasn't quite found his way back yet. Even though she didn't know the details, Marari took those words to heart. She knew what it was like to deal with the loss. Salato's disappearance still left an open wound in her soul. Even now, when her focus was Gavin, she grieved for Salato. And when she saw Sheba, a man who had completely lost himself in anger and grief, she couldn't help but wonder if she would soon become the same. Commander, a voice called. It was a counselor, the young one who had a strange habit of projecting his voice from under his collar. He kept Euphemia's pace as he delivered some message that was too soft for Marari to hear. Oh, I see, Euphemia blinked. At your command, your grace. Adder didn't waste a second and galloped to the next commander. From behind, Marari heard region leader Alden put up some resistance. But the soggy oats of, Alden said. His whine was followed by silence while he absorbed whatever Adder was saying to him. Fine, fine. You owe me one. Adder rode back to the front, where Fangbane, Starlight, and Counselor Susan were waiting on the sideline as the soldier marched forward. Adder said, They're ready to depart when you are. Wonderful, Fangbane said. My gratitude. Had I told them myself, I'm sure they wouldn't have listened. He then gestured to Susan. Your Grace, I leave the main force with you and Counselor Adder. I trust you two know the terrain well enough to set up a barricade at Genmali. Play it safe, Susan said. Gavin, he's no kid to mess with. Trained by you, I expect no less. As they left, a fraction of the soldiers had broken off from the main line, while most large carriages and foot soldiers stayed on the path. A small cavalry was waiting for Fangbane's command. Auden and Errol strode up to him with a handful of cavalry units. Among them were Euphemia, who was assigned to Errol's team, and Marari and Joachim, who stopped with the group out of curiosity. Good, Fangbane said. You're coming with us too. To where? Marari asked. To catch a tiger. Fangbane galloped ahead of the rest of the party. Along the way, they met with two scouts who reported seeing a mob camping along the banks of Fox River. In a narrow, grassy valley of Tilt Forest, they were following a familiar trade route, an easy terrain favored by merchants traveling from Athea, Maine to Nanacook. So Athea, right here, Nanacook, side by side. They arrived at a small hill that overlooked the lower field of Tilt Forest. They were still too far to see Gavin's forces, but knew he was within the vicinity. In the valley, Errol said as she waved her hand over the vista, we can surround the southern forest and they'll have no option but to cross the river. The river will slow them down, and it is bound to cause some confusion. Fangbane nodded in approval. I like it. Pardon the intrusion, Auden said as he eased in between Errol and Fangbane, but Do we really have to capture him alive? It'll be a lot quicker if we just put a blade through him. So you could take his territory? Is that it? Errol scoffed. I'm just considering what you're saying, Lady Errol. If what you say is true, that Gavin is possessed, can he be saved? Would the effort be worth it? Mirari, who had been eavesdropping on the commanders, butted in to their conversation. Why not? She said without a second thought. He's innocent until the council rules otherwise. What's in it for you, Featherpit? Alden taunted with a grin that said her remarks only riled him up. Why are you obsessing over saving an Athian region leader? He had caught her tongue. Mirari, now afraid to say any more, shrunk away in silence. Leave the girl alone. Errol nudged him away, and they continued making her argument to him on the side. Bang Bang cleared his throat and turned to Mirari. I know what you're thinking, and no, you will not fight, he said. Mirari furrowed her brow. And why not? You're to stay with me, with the command and control team. I don't recall agreeing to this. Fang Bang sighed. Mirari, you are a volunteer in this force. As such, you are subject to my command. He saw an angry, almost defiant look on Mirari's face. I understand you want to go on this raid, but I can go with Iffy. No, this is going to be a clash and withdrawal. Even if you walked right up to him, you'll probably be dead before you could open your mouth. He paused as Starlight and Chochim trotted their horses next to them. Now, let's not jump to conclusions, Starlight said, and smiled at Mirari. Soren wanted her to come, so there must be a reason. Wish he could stop beating around the bush. Come on now, it's not spelled out for him either. Where is he now? Mirari said. Observing from the base, never did enjoy the battlefield. Too much reading. If I may, I hope you can keep mum about it. He doesn't like people knowing. Mirari nodded. His ability, Mirari figured, must be some form of clairvoyance. She would have been thrilled to have an ability like that. The other fighters in the party must also have extraordinary powers, levels of core beyond imagination. All Mirari could offer was her words, and she hoped that was all she needed. Our destinies are ever shifting, depending on the choices we make, Starlight said. Soren has advised us to keep you close but out of battle. We can't stop you, Miss Mirari, but his advice always guides us towards the most favorable outcome. Miss Mirari, Chochin whispered in Mirari's ear, I believe they have a point. You must leave the fight to the trained. You have proven yourself useful strategically. Trust the others to do their part of the job. But she didn't trust them. This light brigade was made up of Athenians, and she knew they were raised to only one end, to slaughter. I will give you a chance to speak to him, Fang Bang said. I promise. Now's just not the time. Before she could counter both of them, Starlight said, this looks like a good spot to set up, don't you think? She gestured over to an open area, flat land surrounded by large boulders. Made the medics set up here? That looks safe, Fang Bang said. he turned back to Mirari. Mirari, Chojum, can you help her set up? Chojum nudged her. Come on now. Mirari wanted to refuse, but Starlight's words stuck in her mind. She knew nothing about how a battlefield worked, much less of the terrains that surrounded them. If she could not fight, then what was her purpose in this brigade? Not in the medical tents, she hoped, but until they found Gavin, she would have to play the game of patience. Get a drink here. Ah. Okay. Outside of the tent Mirari had helped assemble, she looked up at the night sky. She didn't bother to consult a timepiece. She could read the position of the moon and stars better than any seafaring man, able to navigate not only in space, but to tell him the time from the sky's movement. She had forced herself to learn ever since her ignorance of the sky almost cost her life. She wanted to study the constellations as well, but since she had to sleep early to rise for morning trading as Solarian, she hadn't gotten to see the stars as much as back when she was a child in Malino. Starlight seemed to have taken note of her stargazing. Do you know how to read them? Starlight asked. She pointed to a string of bright stars in the west. You see that box? That's Cordelia's ship. She is with us tonight. And the bird above her? That's Cygnus, the goddess of fate. What does that mean? Mirari asked, now curious. We don't know, Starlight said. Cygnus is perhaps the most mysterious of all the gods. But despite the eerie warning, Starlight continued to smile. We never truly know what she wants. That's how fate works. It's a good sign, a voice called. Errol, the woman who ruled by Gavin's side. Mirari wondered what they were like when they worked together. What was their relationship like? Did he have feelings for this woman? She felt compelled to respect her as much as she respected Gavin. When you don't see Latch's constellation next to hers, it's a good sign, Errol explained. She continued in a more spiteful tone. But good and bad are subjective, aren't they? Ah, Lady Errol, Starlight said, beaming. So you know the constellations as well. Only the ones that matter. Instead of looking at the lights, Errol gazed bore into Mirari. Mirari felt a dozen judgments plying on her. Errol leaned in and took a big whiff of Mirari's hair. Mirari froze, confused and baffled at such strange behavior. She had been riding for days, covered in sweat, hers and the horses. Yet, Errol said, You smell nice. Mirari's mouth dropped, unsure of whether or not to take it as a compliment, but her body shivered as Errol's breath tickled her ear and whispered, But until I know what you are, I don't trust you. Lady Errol, Iphigenia waved from the far end. She was accompanied by a few other battle maidens from Oban, beaming with energy no one should have at this late hour. We're ready for your command. Errol nodded and pulled away from Morari. She strapped on a pair of rider's gloves and walked to her team. Euphemia was under Errol's orders, a move that others wouldn't consider offensive. Placing a Mineta Nedin commander under an Athean, but Euphemia didn't seem bothered by it at all. Though Errol said little, in fact, rarely interacted with any of them at all. Euphemia gave her full respect to the lady in charge. Be safe, Lady Starlight, Miss Morari, Euphemia called out. We'll be back soon. Errol locked her feet tightly in the stirrup of her gray horse and guided the first cavalry unit with her into the woods. Euphemia followed with the next group. They had spotted dozens of campfires burning in the forest. Gavin's forces were estimated in the thousands, whereas they only had 100 each. But numbers didn't matter. There was no victory to claim. This was a game of stealth. As Errol rode off into the darkness to confront her traitor of a leader, she couldn't stop thinking of Morari. It wasn't important right now, but she couldn't take her mind off how such a lovely girl shared something in common with her current enemy. Errol seethed. Morari was another one. That made it 3 people she couldn't copy. The idea sent her head bowling faster than her heart was racing. Were they related? Was it a coincidence? She couldn't stop pondering over the mystery. Okay. Got to my... Oh, I totally forgot to switch this. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so we finished reading. Oh, quick things, don't forget. We got 2 book clubs coming up in January. So, um, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and Legacy of Loneliness. So let's end these 2. Give me a minute and I will do shout outs. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's do some shout outs here. Video shout out at Bo. No, you're gone. I can't do a shout out. What about Mickey? Here we go. I can do Mickey. There she is. Whoops, I just hit my mic. Sorry. Yeah, Mickey, thanks for being here and stuff. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate when people come, especially since especially with my unconsistent schedule right now. Oh, Yoshi, I can't do you. You're not popping up for some reason. Oh, can I do shut up? Wait, let's see if this will work. Ah, it does. I didn't know I could do that. So that was Bo. Here's Lurking. I did Ziri, did Goldfish. Okaya's doesn't stream. There's somebody else from earlier that wasn't able to do. Oh well, I can't find it now. Well, now that I know I could do it that way. So, oh, okay. Oh, I can only pop in the evening these days, but I tried to say hello. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I mean, I don't have kids myself, but I know people with kids and I know how much of a handful they could be, and I know that could take a lot of time. So I totally understand. And I appreciate it. Have you been able to stream though? I it's really hard for me to keep up of who I've seen streamer or not. I've been trying to pop into more people's streams lately. Okay, let's see. Who will we raid today? What is Mercy doing? Maybe we'll, okay, I think we'll rate her. She's reading something. So I did a test stream to test out a new overlay, but I haven't. Oh, do you have an idea of when you're planning on coming back? It's okay. I think earlier this year, I think I skipped 3 months of streaming because of pet sitting because I wasn't home. Yeah, I think we're going to raid Mercy. She's reading the blank book. So, yeah, I think so. Okay. Get a drink here. Oh, I could show you all my current read. I brought my book with me because I still want to do a co-working stream. And, so I brought it just in case I decided that I was going to do that, but then I didn't decide. Once I get motivated to feed my That's fair. You know, I should really do that because there has been times that I struggle with my internet. Am I frozen? Hold on. I gotta pull up my program apparently. Motivation. Ugh. Yeah, having motivation is hard. Titan, how are you? How's your Tuesday? I'm having to pull up my program again because I don't know. I had like a warning message and it told me that I had to like restart it. So, okay, it's getting there. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Real camera. No. No. I don't think I will ever do a real camera. I don't think I could. I always end up setting up my desk too far away from my. Okay, so my PC is in one of my rooms, but my router is in a totally different room. I'm doing all right. I'm just kind of vibing. Have Titan, have you come back to streaming yet? That's I was just talking to Mickey because hopefully she'll be starting here soon. Oh, let me do a video shout out for you. I'm actually about to end Titan, unless I get distracted. Here we go. I can't hear though.
Dylan, I love
There we go.
it shouted you out. It shouted you out. I'm dead. I'm gonna die.
Aw. You get distracted never. Hey, okay, is I feel like I do better than than I used to. Cause I used to not be on any medication, so I try to keep going and do once a week, but I don't feel that's understandable. That's understandable. It can be hard. I mean, streaming itself can be kind of taxing, so like trying to add that on top of like mentally taxing, but add that on top of, already dealing with things. I totally get it. I live in a very, very old house, so there is only one area that. Oh, wait. How old is your house? My house was built in 1912, but it's been updated. Titan, I showed my fairy loot book. Hey, and while I was reading, I was able to show art of the book that we're reading and a map. 1940. Yeah, that's really old. Yeah. Has it like not been updated like recently? Cuz like when I bought my house, they updated the house. I have a wood burning. Hey, if you ever lose electricity, that has to come in handy. We're pretty sure there used to be a fireplace, but I don't know cuz like there's a huge column in my house that goes straight through our living room. So, like that's what like me and my family all think it is, at least. And everybody I've talked to, that's all what they said. That would do it. Hope you figure out. Yep, I ran one through my last apartment and just taped it to the baseboards and carpet in front of doors so it didn't get tripped over. Oh my goodness. Ironically, because I rent the house, I legally cannot use it. Wait, you can't use the wood stove because you rent? Wait, I'm so confused by that. How can they say like what you can and can't use in in a house that you're living in? Like, do you not do the whole like rent the whole house? Is it kind of like those rent a room kind of deal? It's a fire hazard. Okay, but like, okay, that's fair. But I'm also thinking like, how are they going? Like, they're not. Okay, so this is just where I'm thinking of. Okay, because you live in the house. All right, they're not there, so they can't determine. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? Like, they're not going to know or anything. They're not going to know if you used it or not. It's like the whole pet thing. Like people still bring pets into apartments. All the apartments I lived in have never allowed fireplace usage or even barbecue grills on the patio and such because it's too much of a hazard for everyone living close together. But they could still find out. How? How would they find out? If you clean it out, like they won't know, right? I don't know. If something happened, insurance wouldn't cover it. Okay, that makes sense. If a pet has an accident on the carpet and you think you cleaned it up, when they replace the carpet, they definitely will know. Yeah, but by then, like, okay, so like I lived in an apartment and I snuck a cat in. They never found out. Every apartment had like animals in their apartment, even though it wasn't allowed. But nothing happened, and I still got my deposit back and stuff. Some places don't care. They definitely knew when you moved out. Cause it, well, do they always change the carpet? Cause I feel like my carpet was not changed. I don't even know if they cleaned it very well. So when I moved into this apartment, I don't think they really cleaned it like you should have. Cause like there was still stuff on the bottom of my oven, and I don't cook. Never used my oven, mind you. And they tried to charge me. They charged me for the oven not being clean, even though I never used it. But everything else, they didn't charge me for. Some places will come after you because they still have. Yeah, mine didn't. Depends on how. Yeah, okay. It's not the landlord, it's the city. I agree though. And yeah, if there's a fire, it could be a whole. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I do have a gas stove though, so I could just use that. Well, that's fair. That is true. I have a. That's what I have. I have a gas stove. I'm glad. Me too. Okay, so I'm gonna be renting though once I move. I have to rent again. HOAs are broke. Oh my god, I never dealt with HOAs, but I've heard so many things. And like when I was like looking for a house, there was a couple houses, but they all had like HOAs. And when I read through some of the HOA stuff, it was like ridiculous. Like you couldn't do anything. And it's like I would much rather not have HOA because I don't like people telling me what I can and can't do on my own property. So So technically, we should be allowed to do whatever we want inside, but we can't smoke. We can't have a grill on our patio. We have a no pet rule. Fashion was an exception because I got. Oh, see, I didn't do that, but I could have. See, that's what I'm saying. Like on the inside, like you should, like it's like how are they going to tell you? You know, it's not like they're policing over you. You have HOA too, Titan. I would never buy a house. No, no, me neither. I pay almost $600 a month in HOA fees for literally no amenities or this place, just constantly falling into. Are you serious? Titan, are you renting or do you rent? A month? Heck no, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, $600 is almost my house payment. Thankfully, mine only says, hey, don't let your yard get overgrown, or then you're fine. Okay, so, growing up, uh, having yards overgrown was never an issue. I'd never heard of anything. Um, and then I moved into kind of like a city limit. And as soon as I moved here, there are so many laws. But I have got tickets for parking my car in my own lawn. I got tickets for my bumper hanging over the sidewalk that goes through my own driveway. I got a ticket for that. Um, I feel like there was another time that I got ticket. Like it's a whole bunch of just laws that I feel like is stupid and it's just a money grab thing. We've been wanting to move for a long time. Has wait, is it hard to find a place to move to? My mortgage is nine. What? I would never pay $600 for on top of that. That's insane. Okay, is mine's like 800. Like mine is really low. Our condo building has a pool, but it hasn't been fixed up to be used since way before we moved here. So it's just a junky little shed and cesspool of water at the back of our lot. Really? I feel like that's like jobs that HOA would cover. That's why you're paying for it. $600 a month. They keep kissing my lip cheek. That's insane. Like, I've heard rent is really hard, like high. So to add $600 on top of that is, in, like insane. Yeah, mortgage about 2K. Oh my god. Wait, so you paid 2K plus HOA? Our HOA has just kept climbing over all sorts of things. Gotta fix the elevator constantly, but it's so old. The place that used to make the parts don't exist. Well, didn't replace the elevator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they could collect your HOA fees and just get. I wonder if you could do the same thing as like when you rent, because like if a landlord doesn't fix something that needs to be fixed, you can technically get it fixed and take it out of the rent money, like by law. The house market is so bad right now. That's fair. I mean, I don't know how it is. I mean, my house is going to be on the market here soon. Yeah, it will cost way too much and apparently drain all of our reserves, which we don't have enough of. What are they spending the HOA on then? Well, we think happened is the old. Oh, okay. There, that's my answer. Was embezzling money and keeping the fines of fees. They were. Are you serious? Well, no wonder the place is falling apart and not getting fixed. Did they get charged for that? I also live in Mass, which is like the most expensive state in the US. Is it really? I've heard like LA is and stuff. Every house on, oh my god, 700K? No, our houses are pretty cheap here. They are pretty cheap here. Where's my OBS? Uh, that sounds about right. The condo we lived in Salt Lake prior to moving back to our home state was like, oh my god. I have heard Salt Lake is pretty expensive too, and it will be some tiny house smaller. I've thought about like a like a tiny house. I don't think a tiny house would be bad. I mean, Okayas also lives in Canada, and I've heard Canada is really expensive. This building was built in the 70s. LA, New York. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be moving states. Okay, let's see. This is the book I'm reading currently. I don't know if I showed it last time because I've been reading it for a few weeks. By Noelle Nichols. My last appointment is split. I split with two roommates in a three-bedroom. They were a couple and shared a room, so we had. Oh, hold on. I can't math Titan. So how much? Wait, what's 350? Wait, did the two roommates each pay 350? Expensive everywhere for the most part. Really expensive. But yeah, that's why I've heard. Cause Bo lives up in Canada too. Oh, you heard? But Bo says, she okay, so she had an issue with connecting Kindle to the library, but I guess she figured it out. She says that you have to connect like your Amazon to it somehow or something. Cause she's in Canada too. Utah in general is super expensive. Groceries for a week for just my house, 200 plus. Wow, wow. I don't know how much groceries are for two people. Can't find a place like that. Well, okay, so I listened to um a financial podcast and stuff. And actually I do remember them saying that $200 for two people, they said wasn't too crazy, but who the freak knows? Can't find a place like that anywhere. Wait, what? Can't find what Titan? I wait, what? That was why as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was like, "Oh, for the groceries on that. Okay, okay. Titan, I don't know what you mean like what was Ohio? Titan, are you in Ohio? You're not in Ohio. We can move somewhere more rural, but then we'll have no access to train stations for. Oh, wait, can he not drive? Yeah, we split evenly. So what is three? Is that 800? Hold on, 350, 350 is five. I know. No, 850. So 850 for that apartment. Yeah, there was a long ass workaround for it. If I didn't have the Cobalt, I'll look into doing it. But I just keep both charged, and I like for it to. Okay, that's fair. What's the difference between the Kobo and the Kindle? I like how you're going right. I know. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. I was about to say the same thing. I used to live in Ohio before I'm. Oh, he can drive, but parking in Boston is expensive. Whoa. Yeah, that sounds ridiculous. You know, I I have this thing. I don't know. I feel like paying for parking is the biggest scam ever. Cause like I just don't think people should have to pay for parking. It doesn't make any sense. Um, okay. Okay. So you moved from Ohio to Massachusetts? Kobo's easier on my. Oh, really? Wait, how is it easier on the eyes? Cause wait, do you have the Kindle Paperwhite? Cause it's supposed to have that special screen. Oh, I'm sorry. You live in around. Are you talking about me? I don't live around Boston. Hard agree. It really is. I know. Like I just don't understand it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Cause it's like for the most part, it's not even. It doesn't even belong to one person. I don't. It just paying for parking makes no sense. It never has. We made a wrong turn once in the city, ended up in a parking garage. Yeah, $60. See, that is ridiculous. Oh yeah, if there's like a event and stuff, like parking garages will up their prices knowing that people are going to want to park there. We were like, can we turn around and leave? Um, yeah, just park somewhere and just kind of walk. I do have the newest Kindle, but the brightness settings are still better. Oh, see, I don't have the newest one. I have the Paperwhite. It's probably 2 or 3 years old now. My place is SLC. What is SLC? Charge an extra 100 on top of the 2K to park in there. Wait, your condos charge parking? I got a box Palma and comparing it to my Kindle is very different. The features on my box are way nicer. Wait, what is box Palma? Oh, my place in Salt Lake charges. Wait, okay, see that is kind of effed up. Like, how are you going to? You're renting like the place to live, and they should like you're already buying the space. So how are they going to charge you an additional $100 just for parking? It doesn't make any sense. Welcome in, Stream Hub. How are you? Nods aggressively. Like that that does not make any sense to me. I see. No, I would just refuse that. Books. Books. It's a phone-sized e-reader? Wait, I've never heard of this. Titan. Books. Hold on. Books Palma? Book Palma. Where do you get this from? How is it compared to like the Kindle? Runs on the Android, so I can use any app and oh, So it's like a tablet then? Is it very okay? So one of my struggles with the Kindle, at least the one I have, is that I feel like it's very clunky. And what I mean is like I feel like there's like this delay of what when I like want it to do something and it takes a minute for it to process. I I don't know how to explain it. That's the best way. It just seems very clunky. And so like trying to like surf on the internet or anything, it's just like it's almost impossible. I just couldn't do it. I've been using the Kindle on my phone. It's easier to hold my phone when I am nap trapped by my daughter. Mickey, you know what you need. I know exactly what you need. Hold on. Let me introduce you to something. Actually, two things. And these are two things that I use when I'm in bed, kind of deal. So, the first thing. Oh, we don't want that. You need something like this that holds your Kindle. There you go. So you don't even have to hold your Kindle. And then you need this since you're holding your daughter, right? Your daughter, right? Since you're holding her and you can't, and you need something to like change, you know, you need one of these. So then you could just set up your Kindle, hold your daughter, and then just have the little remote, just you can still hold her while. Here's another option. If say that one is just a little too big or something because you have to hold it in your, you know, you could do this, which goes on like your little finger. Wait, yeah. Which you could stick on your little finger and then you could just people they they kind of make fun of me. They kind of make fun of me cuz um but like cuz you know, people are like it's just a Kindle. Like why do you need something else to hold, why do you need need that? Everybody says it's like the lazy way, but I have my stand next to my bed with my little clicker, and I literally just lay there and just use my clicker, and then eventually I fall asleep. um, okay. Buck Books has tablets and stuff, but I like the Palma because it's phone size, so I could throw it in just about any of my purses and take it. That's fair. Is it clunky though, like the Kindle? Like the processing system? Oh, my Xmas present was a Kindle holder. Yes, and I already had the yes. I've seen those too. I don't have like a bed backboard or whatever, so so I didn't think that would work for me. But I have the stand, and here's the funny thing. Okay, I found both of them actually called me old on Facebook Market. And I went to like buy them and I met up with the person and they like gave them both to me for free. I didn't even have to pay for them, even though I was going to. I have one of those, plus the little wireless clicker. Are you talking about like the finger one, like I was saying? Yeah, my daughter. I've been looking into that. Trust. It's yeah, Mickey. It's really well worth it. You should totally get both of them. We would never judge. It's so much more comfortable to read if I want to. Yes, and put the screen. Yep, yep. Exactly. That's how it is for me too. And like I want to get something like that for books because like I have carpal tunnel, so like holding stuff for long periods of time, especially if they're big books, it really starts hurting my wrist. So I really need something like that for, when I'm reading. So, um I know so many people that have it though. Yeah, well, there's a reason why so many people have it. I can keep both. Yep, yep. And like if it's cold and stuff, yep. Even my mom has it. Really? Well, that should be your hint, Mickey. I must go to sleep. Yeah, it's a little slow, but also have the first one. They have to. Oh, maybe I should look into them then. Is Faith? Well, so a lot of people tell me that Facebook is kind of like for old people, but I'm on Facebook a lot because I mean, I'm sorry to say, but the book community, they refuse to leave Facebook, I feel like. Like there's so many like book people on there and they just refuse to try anything else. So, um so yeah, I've had people tell me that before, yes. I would want to test the Pro before. It's $400, but that's a lot of books I could buy instead. Yeah. Are they all like that? I'm a poor kid. I feel that. I really. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. My external hard drive keeps on disconnecting for some reason. Um, I really only use Facebook for Marketplace and my local buy nothing. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody hardly ever uses it. Unless you're a freaking book person, because they don't leave Facebook. Like, they don't, I don't know what it is. They really, the book community really love Facebook. Like, all the authors and everything is on there. That's where I get a lot of my connections from. Like, other sites, I do not get as much like connections and whatnot as I do Facebook. um, Hold on. I'm on Facebook for memes and the Amazon deals. What Amazon deals? They really don't. They don't. They don't. I tried to get like a couple people. Okay, so in my Discord, Sangi kind of has like a little corner where he could do like ARC readers and street team, and he could post like news of the publishing company or whatever that he does of Stefanotype. And I had people sign up for like the ARC team, but then as soon as you ask them to like join the Discord so that you know we could like post everything there and they could just do the arcs, like get the arcs from there or whatever, they refuse. They straight up will not even they won't even give Discord a chance. They're like, "Oh, it's new. Nope, I'm not interested." It's really weird. I got so many cool things for my kid for free. I highly recommend finding. I am in a couple. a couple here. Um, I don't feel like our Buy Nothing group is that great. I feel like a lot of people just kind of posts. Well, for me, it's like junk kind of deal. It's like it's not really anything useful. Like I don't even think I've seen like a lot of kid stuff posted in those groups. Okay. Okay. I think we can raid. I think if we could raid. I have been on here for a while. 3 hours. Okay, let's raid. Let's raid. Oh, I grew up poor. I like to buy new from a store now that I can't afford things. I hate. Wait, what makes you hate Facebook Market? Yeah, a lot of old ladies post. Yeah, but sometimes I get that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I got lucky with the stand and the Kindle thing, but like, even when I look at Marketplace here, a lot of it's like a lot of people try to post stuff on on like Facebook Marketplace, but they will charge you for the same price as if you were buying it new. Oh, I hate selling. Yeah. I'm in the process of like selling stuff on Facebook Market because I'm trying to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff with the move. So, and it just sucks. I never owned a new shirt or new. Everything was hand me downs girl. I want new. That's fair. I mean, that's kind of how it was with me growing up. But I don't buy clothes on Facebook Market really. But yeah, like yeah, my Facebook Market is not great. I don't feel like it's always great because people will be I don't know, it's like they kind of try to scam you or whatever. Um I get that because same. Okay, reminders again. We have two book clubs and they are meeting in January. One is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which is the 17th, which is a Saturday at 3, and then the Indie Reader Guild is January 31st, and we're reading uh what is it? Legacy of Loneliness. Um I am taking a break from any other events really for January, just those two. But then in February I'll have some other stuff cuz like the Christmas event stuff that I did, it was a lot. We had a lot going on. So, okay. So that's the reminder. We're going to raid. Mercy is still on. She's reading the blank book. So let's raid her. Did it work? There we go. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and talking with me. I will see y'all on Friday. So I'm actually doing an extra stream this week. Um, so thank you for everything, and I will see y'all Friday. Bye. Peace out.
This floral dress was a bright contrast to the green of the grass. Thanks for the raid, Legacy Bookish. Welcome in. We are reading a new book from a new author, The Blank Book by Farouk Luklin.